I'm doing good.
You look good, man.
I don't know about that. You look good.
I feel all right.
No,
I'm doing all right.
Except you're upset about your fantasy team this past weekend.
I'm upset. Always upset about my fantasy teams. I'm trying to sneak in the back door of the playoffs. We'll see.
I know. You know, it's so funny. I know that you've said this before, and I think it's one of my favorite quotes ever. There's two seasons: football season and waiting for football season. This time of year, does your wife and kids even see you? But you just like retreat down to the man cave and watch football all day.
It's funny that you say that because they're so good about it. I do watch a lot of football, and I will sneak away in a heartbeat. But like last Sunday, I had to go to an 11 o'clock movie so I could be done.
11 a.m.
Took the kids to 11 a.m. movie, right? So I could be done with by 1 so I could watch football.
So you schedule around these things.
Oh yeah, early church at 11.
Is there a 10:30 showtime that can get me back in time for the pregame show?
I don't mind missing like a little bit of the first quarter, but I don't want to miss the first half.
You're one of the most fun people in the world to talk to. You've been told that before, and that's the reason why. Because I love a guy who's going to rearrange his schedule to make sure he's home for the first quarter.
Oh yeah, you got to.
But still making time for the family at the same time.
Oh, got to make time for the family. The family's still the most important. But I do love to watch my football.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
and your NASCAR and your golf.
And I watch it all at the same time.
Do you ever get whiplash just going back and forth all the screens in the man room?
The funny thing is, it's so easy. They're all right there. It's just an eye movement. It's not really. I don't hurt my neck.
That's good news.
Just move my eye up to the right. I can see the NASCAR, but it's my man Jimmy's running it, so I'm loving it.
Yeah, well, you got a couple of days away from home in South Carolina to hang out here with us.
Yes,
and getting ready for the awards tomorrow night. I think you're performing, aren't you?
Yep, I'm performing.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing a wagon wheel at the end of the show, and I'm doing the Kenny Rogers tribute that I'm really excited about.
That's and supposedly Kenny Rogers is going to be coming through here today. I met him once years ago, and that's huge.
Dude, I just did his Hall of Fame induction last week, and I did Lucille at that, and that was
would you record that someday? I'd love to hear you singing Lucille.
That was so nerve-wracking because he's sitting right in front of me, and I'm singing his classic, and I'm singing Lucille, and it was like it was so nerve-wracking, but it was great. And Kenny's such a great guy.
Yeah.
He's such a great guy, and it's so funny for me because I'm such a fan, and he's one of the main reasons I'm singing country music. I mean, all those songs I knew the words to, and I got to do Coward of the County on the television show they did for him. I did Lucille the other night, and now I'm doing The Gambler at the CMAs. I'm like, I remember sitting in front of my mirror as a kid, holding a flashlight, and singing these songs.
They're all three of those songs.
Yeah, all three of those songs. Just singing them over and over, and now here I am doing them, on TV shows and on the CMAs. It's amazing.
And no pressure to be singing those songs in front of the guy who made them famous 30 years ago or anything like that. But
exactly.
I think that's one of the reasons why you've been so well received. You're part of the family now after this long.
Yeah.
But initially you were so when you crossed over to country because you knew all these songs and you sang all these songs. They were part of your DNA.
Yeah, they really were. That was the cool part about when I started going around and people would ask me questions and like that whole thing with not Jake Owen when he said, I'll give $500 if Darius Rucker, if he really has the best of Patsy Cline. And I remember reading
that, yeah, exactly.
I read that tweet and I'm in my man room and my CDs are right there. I was like, it's right there. I was like taking a picture.
And from what I heard, that guy actually did make a contribution.
He did. I told him to make a contribution.
Whatever
he or she is. I told him to make a contribution to St. Jude's and they actually did. I thought that was cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but you got such a well-rounded collection like most people do. I mean, most people that listen to country listen to a little bit of everything as well.
Yeah, and country's, for me, it's been so great and so important for so long, so I'm loving it.
And one of my other favorite quotes of the year was from you, actually, with respect to Wagon Wheel, which you said you're going to perform tomorrow night. I found it funny that you said when Wagon Wheel was out, he goes, "Here I am, the black guy, and I got the most country song on the radio right now."
Yeah, that was true. Somebody said, somebody actually said that to me once, and I said it to you, but it's true. When I was listening, when that song was a hit, it was the country's thing on the radio.
Absolutely,
that made me feel good to be the guy with the most country song on country radio. That was cool.
So, did you ever wind up getting? Maybe you did, and you couldn't tell me, but because Bob Dylan had a hand in writing that song.
Yeah,
I know there's been a lot of would Bob Dylan come and sing with Darius on the awards?
I wish. I wish I could. I wish I was lying and it was actually going to happen. But I love Dylan and I have since I was a young guy. And now I made him a lot of money. That's good enough for me.
And a little bit for yourself too.
Yeah, I did all right.
Yeah, you're all right. Great to see you, Darius, man. You were one of our favorite people to hang out with.
Thank you. It's always good to see you, man. Always.